So if you need to update or add, a user, this is how you do it. And I've jumped back into another demo organization that we was using earlier, just because on the demo account you can't add users. So I can't show you how to do it on them. So you'd come into here, click on settings, and go to users. And then you can see here you've got add Xero support and you've got invite a user. So if you raise a support case, sometimes they'll ask you to add them as a user. So you'd come in and click on here and add them. But to invite other people, you'd click on here, put in their first and last name and their email, and then you choose which areas you would like to give them access to. So if you use projects and they need to use the projects as well, you can click on here and you can give them the different access. And you can also use the link here to look at the different user roles and what each one means. If you don't have projects or they don't need access, so don't tick it. Payroll admin. Again, you'd only need this for your accountant if they're running your payroll, or any other person, or if your team member is learning or doing your payroll, then they need access to it. But otherwise, they don't need access. And then you've got business and accounting. So this is the core organisation. As standard, it will let them come on as a standard, and it will show here what is included in that. And you can adjust a little bit if you want to. But you've also got some other options. So advisor would be the one for your accountant to invite them in. And if they're doing your VAT returns, then you definitely need to tick here. Probably don't really need to if it's your accountant, let them have the access here, but this is only if you keep your all the bank details for your customers and suppliers on Xero, which you will need to do if you're using Xero payments. So yeah, if you tick that, they'll be able to have access to add and edit that. And then it says what else you can see. So sales and purchases, they can see both sales and purchases. They can see all the bank balance, which they can with standard as well. With standard, to note, there's two options for bank reconciliation, which I'll show you when we come to doing that section. And you can choose if you just want them for normal or if you want them to be able to do it in bulk using the cash coding feature. You've then got reports, where if you want them to run and review them. If you want them to publish, set lock dates, again, file VAT returns, edit settings, and manage users. With the manage users, I would only usually give this to senior members of your team so they can add new people if that need to be on there, or your accountant, so that your accountant can add their team members without having to bother you every time they have a new member of staff join or somebody leave. Invoice only is a really good one. This is what a lot of our clients use for their teams when they don't want them to have full access, so they can come on and they can just do certain little bits. So they can just create draft bills and invoices, they can quote an invoice, or they can do purchases, or they can approve and pay for both. And you can choose which one it is. A lot of people just use this one, the sales only, as it means that they can raise invoices and see what is and isn't paid, but don't see the rest of the information. Then you've also got the read only, which literally is what it says on Tim. It is read only. They can't actually do anything. Now you can look at more detail using this link, and I shall post a copy of I will drop a link into the description so you can go and have a look for more information. You can compare all the different levels of user access, the different roles and permissions, and really understand what each role is for. But as I said, advisor will be for yourself. You've got advisor, you've got everything, and I'd recommend that for your accountant or bookkeeper. The rest of your team, I'd recommend standard, especially your senior team that need access to everything, and invoice only for very limited access and being able to see. You can then also add personalised message if you want to, otherwise this is what goes out. Click send invite. They'll then get an email requesting to set up their login. If they've already got a login, they'll be asked to add it to their login, and then they'll be able to toggle between businesses like we do up here. But yeah, so that's how to add a user.